There are wild cards coming your way. Wild card is described and defined as that which occurs on the planet, which everyone can see, that is normally geopolitical, which no one ever expected, ever. Example which we have spoken of in the past is the fall of one of the largest economies and systems you have ever witnessed, called the Soviet Union. Total and complete collapse almost overnight without war. The wild card. What you didn't expect. What's the greatest problem on earth right now when it comes to hatred? When it comes to old energy? Where is it? And you would all say it has to be in the Middle East. The last bastion of the oldest energy on the planet. A consciousness that literally festers and teaches hate. As soon as the children are born on either side, they learn who their enemy is, who did what to whom, and how they should get revenge. To this day it is taught. Except now, they're trying to force it down the minds of a new consciousness. A younger generation that does not see it anymore as the older generation does. A younger generation that is not believing it. Slowly they are rebelling against it, and you're seeing it in the news. Through the Middle East, they are starting to awaken. They want economies like you have. They want safety in their streets. They want schools and hospitals. They want good health care. And here's what my partner told you that I have said before. And they don't want war with Israel. That's not on their wish list. And now I will give you the wild card yet again. You need to hear it yet again, and there will be those who hear it and read it who know exactly where I'm going with this. The reestablishment of the glory that was Persia. The dynamics of respect that was Persia. Do your history. See the influence that they used to have. And today, they're the pariah of the world. Now that is ripe for a wild card. For everybody thinks one thing is going to happen over there. And there are bombs all ready for it too. They may even use a few. Don't be shocked, for it might be the catalyst for the change. The country called Iran is overwhelmingly young. And the revolution that potentially will occur there will be more than just a revolution. There will be eventually a consensus. The best way to reestablish respect in the world, to open the borders for trade, to be seen as a benevolent Islamic nation, is for them to reestablish what the Prophet told them. The Prophet went into the cave, and the angel gave the information to unify the tribes of Arabia and give them the God of Israel. This is the way it occurred. This is the way it is written, even in their history. It is the love of God that Muhammad taught. It is what all of those who study the words know. It is time to rejuvenate that, to manifest that. And they have such an opportunity to be the ones to broker peace in Israel. To see the Palestinians as they do themselves, as Islamic brothers. To put forth a plan where within 20 years they won't remember that Israel was the enemy any more than you in the United States think of Japan as the enemy. It can change. consciousness is what changes it, and trade, and understanding. And yes, there will be a generation that doesn't get along, and they may not like each other, but they know how to plant the seeds of greatness. And that part of the world, the wild card can take place, and you will see the beginning of the unsolvable becoming reality. Just like the Cold War went away overnight. There are those reading this right now in 20 years. I see you there. The potentials are unknown. The reality is unknown. But I can see you smiling. And knowing this is where it's going. Oh, dear one, this happens slowly. Sometimes you go backwards before you go forwards. Sometimes there's an unscheduled revolution. It's what humans do. There's always the old energy pushback. And there always will be, until it diminishes and diminishes and diminishes. And as my partner says, in 200 years, you may look back on who was here and say, that was barbaric. That's the potential of the planet. And I'll say it, if you should get there, if you should get there, it'll be because you have Pleiadian in your DNA. But this is what they taught, and this is what they gave you, and this is the benevolence of their teaching, which is part of you. They are your ancestors. And we have taught that before. See it at what it is and celebrate it daily. Imagine others in the other part of the universe that you can even see the light from know who you are. Have planted seeds of benevolence for you, all part of a universal scheme of solution. With free choice, you have elected to make massive changes in this called the Great Shift, against all odds, against all the prophecy, right up to the last minute, and here you are sitting in it. I wouldn't tell you these things if they were not true, if they were not happening.